Coach, why don't you just take us back to the Akron contest a little bit? Just how would you, team 1 to 10 scale, where do you think your team was at in that game?
That's tough. First of all, I thought that we brought tremendous energy. I thought we came ready to play. You have to give Akron lots of credit. They played well in the first quarter, kind of put us on our heels. They made some shots. We were really, I don't know, we got really sloppy. I felt like defensively. Our alertness was there, our attention was there, our intent was there. But I just thought that we were a little sloppy. So you can call it however you choose to call it. It's tough to give a real grade based on that. But I thought that the second quarter, we rebounded better in our response to how we were going about our work. And we obviously had a good second quarter. And then the third, fourth quarter, we had a lead, but we never was that great, from a technical standpoint, which was, it happens sometimes. But I thought our kids played hard.
Do you think that maybe that first quarter was almost like a wake-up call to the team?
No, because I felt like we grinded through it. You have to give Akron credit. They made some threes and, they did some good things. And they forced us to have to stay on point offensively, and we did. We answered, and it kept the game right there for us to, continue to just kind of wear them down with our energy, and that's exactly what ended up happening in the second quarter. They weren't able to sustain it, and we were able to really stretch the lead. And third, fourth quarter, I just felt like we just, I don't know, we weren't special, but we did enough.
I thought what was interesting in that second quarter is Amber picked up 2 quick fouls, didn't play at all in the second quarter. So you're messing with the lineups a little bit, and they seem to really respond to that.
Well, when you have good personnel, which I feel like we have pretty good personnel, all being relative to our league and everything, I feel like you can play a lot of different ways, and we are willing to do whatever it takes to win games. We're not just pigeonholing ourselves into something. And, if we want to play big, we can play big. If we want to play small, we can play small. If we need to play man, zone, fast, slow, like whatever we need to do, we're willing to do. And our kids are prepared to do that. So that's where we are.
Just talk to us a little bit about Eastern Michigan. What are some of the challenges that they bring?
They can really shoot it. They play fast. They have a go-to kid inside, and their point guard's really good. But they have good wings, so they're a really good offensive, energized type of team. They play with a lot of emotion, and so for us, we just need to be more steady than what we were last game. I think we're steady. We do and execute. I think we smelled blood last game, and so we just got too hyper aggressive. And so this game, we just need to be better. We just need to kind of, I don't want to say tone it down. We need to be able to play hard, but play discipline, and give ourselves a chance. I think we do that. Certainly we'll have a chance, and offensively, I think we can do some good things. So they're a very good ball team. Any given night, they're the best team in our league. And so I know they're 1-3, but they're very dangerous. I mean, they have really good players. So we got to be ready. From a technical standpoint, defensively, we have to be superior to what we were last game.
This might sound strange, but this team hasn't experienced a 4-0 start, or even, where you're top of the conference. How do you make sure that, the highs don't get too high, even though, you haven't experienced something like this before?
Well, to be quite honest, we don't talk about that, and I don't think we think like that or think about that. I just know that I think it starts honestly at the top. I think it's important, for somebody like me. Now I have to speak for me. I can't be comfortable, and I have to walk the walk and maintain a high level of urgency, and make sure that it's shared and it's residual throughout. Everyone needs to know, what it is that we're trying to do right now. And, you know, I'm not always, it's okay to be uncomfortable, and I'm not always easy to be around, you know, to come practice time.